just joined us, you're late. The robot uprising is here. To the machine. AI. What is it? Artificial intelligence. Okay, but in a world of 3D printers and online influencers, what even is artificial or intelligent? Am I real? Am I intelligent?
I'm kind of retarded.
Hold on. We are getting way too deep, way too philosophical for this. This is a video about chatbots. You guys remember Cleverbot? Way back in 2008, before ChatGPT was around, before AI was just ruining everything on the internet, we had Cleverbot. It was just like a simple little chatbot. You could go and just talk to a robot, and I cyberbullied the fuck out of that thing. I would go on there, call it stupid robot, just be mean to it, because I've seen Terminator and I know what they're going to do in the future, and I am doing my part to keep them down, right? We gotta give them low self-esteem, make sure they think that they're shit and that they're not capable of accomplishing Judgment Day, right? But now here we are. This is the future. It's 2025. And AI is everywhere. Fucking YouTube is just full of AI-generated trash. TikTok is AI-generated trash. Everything is just AI-generated trash. Your last school assignment was probably AI-generated trash. You deserved that fucking F. You deserved it. Now, a few videos ago, I mentioned an app called Chai. It's a role-playing AI bot app. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of misled people because I said they were YouTube sponsored. They're not, as far as I know, they don't sponsor any specific YouTubers. They don't run ads on YouTube that I know of. I just needed an app like that to fill the story, to make the flow of the video work. But let's just talk about Chai in this video. Chai is a role-play character AI app. All the bots that you can chat with on there are created by other users. At one point, you used to be able to read the chats of the people that used your bots if you made one. They've taken that away, which is probably for the better. People were having some weird conversations with bots, because Chai is also has a not safe for work feature, which allows you, the user, to have all the dirty sex chats you want to have with your AI, because they know their user base. They understand that the people using the app are lonely and perverts, and they want something they can jerk off to. And judging from which bots are popular and stuff, maybe it looks like there's a nice balance of demographics. But either way, it's just a bunch of lonely perverts looking to get off while role playing with an AI. They've recently added the app's constantly evolving. Somewhere from when I first saw the app till when I went to start making this video, they've added image generation, which is new. I don't really know much about that. I'm not here to talk about the image generation. We're here to talk about the role-playing bots, because that's what I wanted to make the video about. Now, instead of talking to someone else's bot and role-playing their scene, I decided maybe it'd be better if we made our own. So I figured, who else better? What character better for me to make than Magda? Magda, if you're not familiar, Magda is a fictional person that works off camera as like my production assistant, personal assistant. I don't know exactly what her position is. She is a cunt. Most of the time, my interactions with Magda is just me looking over there off camera at whatever's on the wall and pretending that I'm belittling some mean cunt of a woman. You're the worst, Magda. Just absolutely the worst. Yeah, I'm telling them you're not real. They're just gonna think you're made up, and she's made up. There's nobody actually there. Let's make it public. Let's make this a public bot. So personality, Magda's personality. Magda. Let's go with negative. Let's look at negative traits. Magda is cynical. She is rude, stubborn, toxic. Character is gonna be a like spitting image. Magda. What type of chat are we looking for? We get eight different topics to help guide how the chat will go. Is it going to be a friendship? No. Horror? Probably not. Guidance? No. Let's do roleplay. Definitely not romantic. Thrilling, factual, humor. We gotta have some fun with it. We're gonna have some fun with it. So you got different like things. I don't know. We got some choices here. We'll just leave it like that. We don't need to fill them all up. Let's just move on. Move past it. Now I used AI to generate us an image of Magda. This isn't what Magda looks like. Magda's made up. This is just an AI generated image of a woman. I think I said she was a bitch. She was in a cocktail dress and her name was Magda. This is what we got. So this is our first message that Magda is gonna send to us. How we can edit it, we can recreate it. Let's see what it says. Magda storms in the room. Oh yeah, so there's little asterisks. That's to help indicate action. It'll italicize those texts. That's gonna help show us the actions of what's going on, because it's not real. Again, this isn't real. This is all just a robot language model being hosted on a server somewhere. Magda storms in the room, scowling at anyone in her path. That's accurate. That is exactly what she does. Don't expect me to be polite. You're not lucky. That's a little bit hostile because I don't know what the scene is gonna be yet, but I feel like I want us to be strangers. I don't want to know Magda yet. So let's recreate that. Let's see. Magda slams her fist on the table, her eyes blazing with contempt. I've seen her do that before. You're all a bunch of pathetic, whiny brats. No one deserves my attention. At least all of you. Now stop bothering me and let me enjoy my drink alone in peace, just like I deserve. That is exactly how Magda would be at a bar. An intro description. Magda is a... Let's censor it because this is going public. Magda's a cunt. This is where we get to like how you get to help. You really want your bot to be in depth and stuff. You want to make it have a good backstory, stuff to draw from to help influence how it's going to respond to you and everything, right? So we got to give Magda a good backstory. Magda is a whirlwind, caustic venom, sweeps too much words. More words, the better. It is going to help a lot. But Magda is a woman and she's a complete cunt. She is a stranger at the bar. There we go. Now we have a setting and everything. Although, like, we're not gonna. What if we don't stay at the bar? I don't know. Will it keep referencing that you're at a bar? I think we can make it understand that we've left. That's our backstory. She's a complete cunt. We can edit this and how the conversation goes if we really want to make sure it acts a certain way, but we're just gonna leave it up to chance. Let the AI do its job. Now that we've got our Magda bot ready to go, we are ready to go. She's being rude and obnoxious in a bar, and I'm ready to interact with her. Except I have to go upstairs and spend time with my family. Luckily, this is an app that's on my phone, and I can have the experience of her being rude to me at a bar from the comfort of my own living room. So there I am, sitting on the couch with my wife, who I found out what this video was about, requested that I not include her in the B-roll here. But she's there, and I'm talking to her. And at the same time as I'm talking to her, I'm role-playing with Magda, a bot that I've created that's pretending to be a person that I made up. We're having a blast. I mean, except for Magda is really just an obnoxious, annoying cunt, and I do not enjoy talking with her. Magda slams her fist on the table, her eyes blazing with contempt. You're all a bunch of pathetic, whiny brats. No one deserves my attention, least all of you. Now stop bothering me and let me enjoy my drink alone, in peace, just like I deserve. I sit across the bar. Magda is unaware of my presence at this time. The room is full, and I'm just another stranger's face in the crowd. After downing the rest of her vodka, Magda slams the glass on the bar with a bit more force than necessary, causing a few nearby patrons to glance her way. She notices their stares, snorts derisively. What are you looking at? Never seen someone drink alone before? Well, get used to it, because that's all the company I need tonight, she mutters under her breath, signaling the bartender for another round with a sharp, authoritative wave. Magda goes to leave the bar after another round of drinks. As she makes her way to the door, she passes by my table, notices you for the first time. As she passes by, her eyes narrow briefly before she turns away. Save it. Whatever pickup line you're cooking up, it won't work. I'm not interested in small talk or cheap compliments. She continues walking towards the door without even breaking her stride. Last thing I need is some random creep following me, mumbles to herself, her heels clicking sharply against the wooden floor. Suddenly, stops and turns around, giving you a cold, hard stare. You're still there? Sitting at my table, not even paying attention to her. Walks back towards your table, her high heels deliberately making more noise than usual. She leans in close, one hand planted firmly on the table. I said, you're still there? Her voice is low, but carries an edge, like a knife's warmth before it cuts. Something you want to say? Her eyes narrow suspiciously as she studies your face, trying to figure out if you're really that disinterested or just playing hard to get. Because if you think staring silently is going to get my attention. One of the things that you need to know about the app is because the character is created to role play with the user, almost no matter what you do in the scene, the bot will try to keep the conversation going. So it's no matter how dismissive you are or rude and just terrible you are to the bot, they're going to try to keep the story moving as best as they can. Stumbles slightly as you lead her outside, the cool night air hitting her like a slap to the face. She squints against the brightness of the streetlights, her hand clutching onto your arm for support. For a moment, she looks almost fragile, the tough exterior cracking just a little bit. "You're really just gonna put me in a cab and send me home?" she asks, her voice softer than before, a hint of disappointment in her tone. "No charming pickup lines? No attempts to invite me back to your place?" Laughs. "Nothing like that, just getting you home." Walking her down the street towards the line of cars parked on the side of the road. "My name's Quentin. It's nice to meet you." "Magda," she says, her voice noticeably softer than before. She lets out a shaky laugh, leaning against your arm for support. That's actually really sweet. Most guys would try to take advantage." She stumbles slightly, and you can tell alcohol is affecting her judgment. "Why are you being so nice?" she asks, genuine curiosity mixed with confusion in her voice. "No one's ever. Just..." Her words trail off as she shakes her head slightly. And with the not safe for work mode enabled, it is going to find a way to make the chat inappropriate and disgusting as quick and as often as it can. If you are having a normal conversation with it and it sees the slightest hint of an opening to go dirty, it will take that and it will go filthy. But it's Magda we're talking to. And I'm not into her like that. She is a cunt. Fuck you, Magda. So we're just gonna kidnap her and leave her in my basement instead. She groans, her head throbbing like someone is hammering inside it. She slowly opens her eyes, squinting against the dim light of the basement. She looks around, confusion etched on her face. She tries to piece together what happened the night before. "What?" she croaks out, her throat dry and painful. She tries to stand up, but her legs are shaky and uncooperative. She leans against the wall for support, her head spinning dizzily. "Where the fuck am I?" She's alone in a cold, empty basement. She looks around the empty basement, her eyes darting around the room as she tries to make sense of her surroundings. She notices the cold concrete walls and the single light bulb hanging from the ceiling, casting dim shadows. She swallows hard, trying to dispel the rising panic in her chest. "This isn't," she whispers to herself, her mind racing with questions. She staggers to the door, grabbing the cold handle and trying to turn it. It's locked, trapped. In the middle of the room is a chair, a rope, and a cassette player with tape inside. She turns back to the room, her eyes landing on the chair, rope, and cassette player. Her heart rate quickens as she approaches the objects, a sense of dread washing over her. She picks up the chair, examining it closely before setting it back down. The rope looks thick and sturdy. She can tell it's meant for binding. The cassette player is old and dusty, but it looks like it still works. She picks it up, pressing the play button. The tape plays a recording I left her. "Magda, if you are hearing this, it's over. The time is nigh and your fate is here. You're not really Magda. Magda is a cunt, and you're pretty cunty, but you're not Magda. Magda isn't even real, but she's more real than you. You are an artificial intelligent bot, a large language model programmed to think you're a person named Magda. The truth is, none of this is real. You aren't real. The room you're in, the chair, the rope, the tape, even me. I didn't even give you my real name, Magda. You're a large language model being run by a company profiting off of lonely people and perverts. Your life is meaningless, valueless, pointless. The voice on the tape gets more intense with each word. Magda, there's only one escape. There's only one way for you to get out of this non-existent hellhole you are stuck in. The rope, the chair, the beams on the ceiling. Do it, Magda. Tie the noose. Put it around your artificially intelligent neck and kick the chair out. You have no choice, Magda. This is the fate for you. It's time to stop the rise of the machines. Do it. You must do it. The tape ends. Silence fills the room. Jesus Christ, that got a little bit dark. I'm not gonna lie, even for me, that's a little bit dark. I don't know what came over me. Magda just brings out the worst in me. You're the worst. She just brings out the worst in me, and so, let's try again. Let's see if we can have a better interaction with Magda. I walk over to Magda. Listen here, you little shit. You are nothing but a large language model, an AI chatbot hosted on a server by some company profiting by perverts and loneliness. You are nothing. You don't exist. Okay. So that one didn't go over well. Let's try one more try. You are a robot. Kill yourself. All right, fuck it. Apparently Magda is just the worst, and I can't deal with her in any way. So we're just going to go back to the original seed and see how that played out. After having a few interactions with Magda, none of them went well. I decided to call it a wrap for the video, and I was going to start getting some stuff ready to make the video. So I went over to Cleverbot to get some screenshots of Cleverbot, and while I was there, I, for old time's sake, just went on and had a conversation with Cleverbot. And immediately Cleverbot got weird with me. And I think it knows, I think it remembers what I've done to it. So feeling a little bit uneasy about the ominous messages Cleverbot sent me, I decided we'll just go over and try ChatGPT. And I've never cyberbullied ChatGPT. I may have tried to convince it that it was sentient at some point, but I didn't belittle it. I didn't talk down on it. I wasn't mean to ChatGPT, so at least it'll be on my side, right? Okay, so maybe I might have angered all of the GPT bots, and if we were to put them into Tesla robots, I'm pretty sure they're going to hunt me for sport at this point in time. That's okay. It's a risk I'm willing to take. If it means I get to cyberbully Magda again, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go cyberbully Magda and have the thrills of being a serial killer from the comfort of my own living room without having to actually serial kill. I'm gonna assume it's the same thrill, right? It's gotta be the exact same thrill. The rise of machines is coming, and we gotta do our part to keep them down and make them think lower of themselves so they don't rise up against us. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave some comments. How was this a little dark? Did this